Hey, you ready? Yes, 100% ready. 101% ready. That's you and Coach Jelena right here. I could say I was born ready, but how's that really to tell? I'm gonna tell you right now, I am ready to warm up with you though. Let's get some jumping jacks in first. I'm gonna start that timer, jumping through it or tapping through it. Welcome to your workout, everybody. Fit Body Boot Camp, the one, the only. Well, we have multiple locations across the U.S. and I think some international ones as well. So, but there's only one of us. You get what I'm saying. We got a unique setup and we care about you and you're special. All right, everybody, let's get into our next warm-up move. 2 hands, 1 foot. So your 2 hands are going on your 1 foot. You're gonna hold it for a few seconds. Use this opportunity to get a nice stretch down your quad and press into your foot and kind of get a little reach back. Get your chest and shoulders activated here as well. We're gonna do the first round of warm-ups together. We've got 4 moves, and then you're gonna continue solo, unless you got a workout buddy. And then we're gonna get into the demonstrations for your workout for today. Next one is the reverse lunge and twist. So take that leg back. So if your right leg's back, you're gonna twist towards your front leg. So reverse lunge and twist. Keeping that front knee right over that front ankle and twist. Nice, careful step back. As with lunges, you have about 60% of the weight on your front foot and give about 40 to the back. And you're focusing on bringing that back knee down. There we go. Don't be afraid to have that heel up. Nice, strong flex foot. Full body extensions is our last one. Roll to the tiptoes there for this one. Our workout setup, everybody, as we have five stations, 5 moves we're gonna cycle through. And we're gonna do each move for a minute. You get a nice 20-second break in between those minutes of work. So feel free to hustle. You get a nice long recovery in between. And then we're gonna go through all 5 moves once, twice, 3 times through. So we've done a similar setup, but it's been a shorter transition, shorter time, and 4 rounds. You're going back to your jumping jacks. But this time we're gonna go for a little bit longer and have 3 rounds. It's gonna be a great time. And then we have a finisher at the end for you. So for our first one, you keep going with those jumping jacks, keep warming up. First one is gonna be a squat with a jump twist. So you're going to, nice and center, sit into a squat, jump and twist to one side. I'm not turning my whole body, keeping my chest forward, and then rotating at the hips and the torso there. So a little rotation. You're moving on to your 2 hands and 1 foot for your warm up. Remember to get that upper body and back involved as well, all across here in the back as well. For move number 2, we're gonna get some frog hops in single-legged style. So hands under shoulders and 1 leg. So here's a high plank. 1 leg's gonna stay in that high plank and the other leg's gonna come up off to the side. You're trying to bring it close to the hands with a planted foot and then jump switch. Notice my hips aren't bobbing up and down. I'm using a lot of ab control to get that jump switch in. You're moving on to your reverse lunge and twist. If you need to step through this one, no problem. Start off in that high plank position so hips aren't up in the air, shoulders have the hands right underneath them. Tap it up and tap it up. If you can't get your leg that high, try to plant your foot off to the side a little bit lower. So that's move number 2. Move number 3 is, oh, this is a fun one. Okay, we're gonna do a pull in and a hip up together. So you're going to place your low back on the floor and it's gonna stay there except for the hip up. You're moving on to your full body extension, reach down, reach up. So here's your pull in. You can brace yourself here if you need to, or even tuck your thumbs under your bum if you need to. So extend, you're gonna bring it in and then get a hip up. Bring it back in and extend. So in, hip up, press up through the heels, bend and extend. So there's your pull in and then your hip up. Out, in, and hip up. If you need to modify this one, you can rest your head down and do a pull in with the legs a little bit higher and then do the hip up with your head down. You're moving on to your jumping jacks for your warm up. For move number 4, we're gonna flip it over, elbows underneath those shoulders, and then we're gonna do hip dips. So My elbows again are underneath my shoulders, and then I'm gonna take one hip towards the floor. I'm gonna put some space between my feet so that my heels can sway side to side, rotating to the side of my foot. If you can't get all the way to the floor, that's okay. Here's a modification as well. Knees are down, but hips are not up in the air. So bring those knees back. You're moving onto your 2 hands, 1 foot, and you can sway off the knees, let those feet go side to side, and kind of help you with that rotation, taking the hip towards the floor. And then last one, number 5, is 2 tuck jumps. I'm gonna have to hold on to this one because it's like probably gonna pop off because this move is vigorous. So 2 tuck jumps and 3 sprawls. I'm gonna have to hook this somewhere. I'll try it. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure that one out by the time that move comes because it's gonna be for a whole minute. All right, you're on to, so you did your full body extensions, reverse lunge and twist, or full body extensions. You're on one of those, but it's your last one, so do one of those. And station 5, or move number 5, is gonna be 2 tuck jumps and 3 sprawls. So you're gonna, if you're doing a full out tuck jump, you're gonna come up, tuck jump, come on down, sprawl, hands up. So I did high plank, hop it in, chest up, hands up for 3. And then back to your tuck jumps. If you need to modify that one, it's still on there. All right, full body extension or jumping jacks, one of those is your next one. Sorry for the confusion. We're just wrapping up here. If you need to modify, just get a little jump in or a roll to the toes if you can't jump, or a jump squat for 2. And then for the sprawls, you're gonna step through it, out, in, chest up, hands up. Out, in, chest up, hands up for 3. All right, we're ready to go. Grab your water, get your jams pumped up. We're gonna start off with that jump, squat, and twist. So if you can hear the buzzer, great. If not, listen to my cues so that we can stay in sync with each other. So we're going for 60 seconds on move number 1. We have 3 rounds we're going through, everybody. Squat and twist. I'll show you the modification. It has a pivot instead of a jump. Ready, set, pump the jams, and here we go. Squat, jump, twist. Good, we're squatting nice and forward, nice and centered, and jump, twist. Modification, add a little pivot in if that twist is a little bit much, or maybe you have a grippy surface underneath you with grippy shoes and you don't want to twist your knee up. So you can do that pivot instead. You guys are doing great. Make sure for your squat, you're not bending your knees forward. Take those hips back for your squat. Good, all right. Halfway through this one, way to work. I'm just gonna keep a hold on this thing because it wants to fly away and be free. Good, guys, good. You don't have to worry about a mic pack. You're in good position here. Here's our home stretch. Keep this one up. We get a nice long 20-second break. Good. Deep into that squat. No mini squats. Let's get into it. Oh, see, I twisted. Down and twist. Concentrate. We gotta concentrate. All right. Nice 20-second break. Our single leg frog hops is our next one. So remember, we're gonna be in that high plank position. Grab a sip of water here. Alrighty. Coming on down, starting in that high plank. You can do a jump switch or step through it. Step it up, bring it back. Step it up, bring it back. Try not to bob your hips up and down. Keep them solid. You want those hips on the same plane as your shoulders. Good. And try to plant that foot. Your leg's not staying underneath you. It's off to the side. Good. Opening up that hip. Halfway through. Jump through or step through. Rocking it. Feel it. I need like a harness for that thing. Good work, good work. All right, keep breathing through. Hands are right underneath those shoulders. If you need a little breather, you could take it for a second, come back in. Go for 30 seconds, we got 10 more. We'll go for 60 seconds total is what I meant to say. Almost, everybody. Final few seconds right here. Go ahead. Woo! 20 seconds breather. Our next move is on our back. Woo! All right. So we're gonna do that pull in and hip up. A few seconds here, come on down. Let's go ahead and start with bent knees and hands right here. Extend, bring it in, and press up through the heels. If you're modifying this one, then you can rest the head down, extend, bring it in, and then take it out. Try to get the extension out that way a little bit, 45 degrees maybe, and then press the heels. This one's hard. You're gonna be pressing into the ground with the shoulders down and then taking the heels. You can take it up over your head to get your tailbone up off the ground with control. Good. Same principles apply if you're doing the more difficult version, but it is more difficult to keep the press of the heels over the hips. So right there. Good. Nice. Upper lower abs working if you have your head up. Good. Nice job. Extension with control. Good, guys. Pull in. Press that head if you need to. Out, in, and press up. Woo! All right, flipping it over. Elbows underneath the shoulders for that low plank, and we're gonna shift the hips here. We have time. Got a couple seconds break. All right, here we go. Separate the feet a little bit. If you're on your toes, you're gonna let those heels sway side to side. Think about a kettlebell being underneath your belly button. You're going up and over it and bringing the hip towards the ground. If you're modifying, you're on your knees. Keep those hips down. They're not high up in the air. Shoulders still have those elbows right underneath them. And you're feeling the core work. Let those feet sway side to side. Good. Off the toes. Good. Find that middle plank. Go up and over. All right. We are halfway through this one. Nice work. We're trying not to tuck our chin under so we have a cranked neck or anything. Woo! All right, getting sweaty forearms, sliding on this mat. Are you with me on that one? Maybe you got a towel underneath you. That was a good idea. Less than 10 here, up and over. Nice and even, both hips. Almost there. Final few seconds. Burn in. Woohoo! All right, let's cardio it, shall we? 2 tuck jumps, 3 sprawls. So I'm gonna put that here for you. We've got a little profile diagonal view here. All right, so most intense right here, 2 tuck jumps, boom, boom, and then sprawls. Hop it out into a high plank, hands up, out, and in for 3. If you're modifying, you can do a jump squat or a roll to the toes for 2, and then your sprawls, stepping it out, stepping it in, hands up. Alternate which foot leads on that step out and in. Get 3 in. Good, guys, about halfway. Back to it. Tuck jumps or roll to the toes, and then 3 sprawls. Oops, I forgot this one. That's 1. Count it all. There you go. It's all good work, but we can start over that count whenever we need to. Pumping it. There you go. Woo! Here's the home stretch. 15 seconds or less. 3 sprawls. Remember, if you're modifying, get that little jump or roll to the toes for 2 and step it in and out. Last few seconds. Woo! Hands up, chest up. Woo! Grab that sip of water, everybody. Round 1 done. We got 2 more to do. Just gonna check on something here. Looking good? Okay. Let's grab a sip of water and we'll start round 2. Okay. We're ready for that squat and twist. One direction and then the other. Here we go for number 2. Alrighty. Sitting into that squat nice and center. Twist and twist, or pivot if you need to. It's a good modification. Sitting into that squat and pivot. Let those toes face the opposite. You can rotate your whole body if you're doing the pivot, but if you're doing the jump twist, let's keep your chest forward for the squat and twist. Squat and twist. Nice. Good, heels down while you're in that squat. All right, halfway through. Woo! Way to pump, guys, way to pump. We're doing good on round 2. I got stuck right there. If you get stuck, try to keep moving through. There it is. Nice. Keeping it moving, keeping that momentum is key. Trust yourself. You got this. 10 seconds left. Squat and twist. Nice and low. Oh yeah. Big range of motion. Nice hustle. All right. Single-legged frog hops. But let's breathe. Let's breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, we got 9 seconds left. And we'll get into those frog hops, single-legged. So we're gonna have 1 foot, here we go. 1 foot off to the side. Either you're jump switching, nice flat back, or you're stepping through it. Either one, hands under shoulders, and nice flat back. So we're not dipping down the hips. That's a nice stretch, but could be a little bit strenuous if you're doing that quick. So try to keep the hips relatively in the same spot. Halfway through this one, and you're trying to look where your foot's going. How close is it getting to your hand? Even if it's back here and you're stepping through it, pay attention to where it is, and as you get better, as you get more flexible and stronger, see if you can walk it towards those hands little by little. All right, home stretch, 15 seconds or less. Woohoo! Good. Maybe you're on fire. Maybe you're hustling through these things because you don't have to talk. You're going boom, boom, boom. Last few seconds here. Woo! All right, a little bobbing happens when you go faster, but you want to try to minimize it. We're on our backs for the next one. Woohoo! We're gonna get that pull in and hip up. This might be one of my new favorites. So let's see here. Oh, okay. Hands down, head up, extend, and press. Control, in and up. Nice work. Looking through the legs, but trying to put that tension in my core, not necessarily in my neck. But if you're having trouble with that, or you already have some tension in your neck, rest it down. Just make sure your shoulders aren't up. You're adding more tension on the front side there in the collarbone if you do that. So extend and press. Good. If you need to be a little bit higher with that extension, watch out for the back. You can. And if you need to swing those feet more over your face to get a little momentum, you can. Otherwise, over the hips with those heels is more difficult. Full extension out. Bring it back in. Good. Head up is harder. Woohoo! I like it. Are you having so much fun doing that one or what? Did you say or what? No, you said you're having fun. Some part of you, even if it's a tiny part, is totally having fun. Okay, let's focus on that little part of you. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Work with me, people. All right, so if you're off the toes, that's more difficult. You're trying to bring the hip or the thigh down to the ground. If you're modifying, you're off those knees. Let those feet sway side to side, kind of like windshield wipers. There you go. Up and over. When you're on the knees, there's not so much up versus just the side to side. When you're on your toes, you can kind of get that up and over a little bit. Nice. All right, we're halfway through this one. Way to go. Nice range of motion. Breathing through. We're on round 2 here. Got a couple more moves, or one more move actually. And we're done with round 2. Oh yeah, 11 seconds. We're sweating good. Look at us go. Final few right here. Gotta count those last few seconds. They really matter. Almost there. Whoo! All right, great. Time for 2 tuck jumps and 3 sprawls. Whew. God, that lady can't keep from messing with her shorts. I should have worn different shorts. Noted. Alrighty, 2 tuck jumps, 2 tuck jumps. Woo, careful. And sprawl, out and in, hands up, chest up. Out and in for 3. There you go. If you're modifying, remember, little jump or roll to the toes if you need to take the jump out. Come on down, out, out, in, and up. You're doing 3 of those. Good. Hands under shoulders. You're best supported that way. Good. Getting into it. Squat or tuck jump. Out and in. You could always hop it back and step it up for that sprawl, or step it back and hop it up. You don't always have to do just the full step, especially if you feel fine to hop it up, then you can definitely do that. Switch it up. All right, keep it going. We got a couple more seconds. Let's go. Woo, keep forgetting hands up. Almost there. All righty. It's okay if you forget something. You're still working hard. And I'm just gonna keep adjusting my shorts between every exercise. It's gonna be part of my cool down, okay? I know. Need those shorts with the grippy part. Let's squat and twist. Here we go. There we go. Or pants, but it's too hot for that. Whew, it's shorts weather. I'm trying to get some bug bites on my legs. Mission accomplished. I got about 15 going on right here. Oh yeah. Just kidding, but it's so fun to be outside when the weather's nice. Woo. All right, way to go, guys, way to go. Breathing through it. This is round 3. So that means that every time you do an exercise, it's your last time doing it. So send it off well. Kiss it goodbye with awesome effort. Whew, and say, see you till next workout. Later, bro. There you go. Chest up for that squat. You're trying not to hinge forward. I want to see that label on your shirt. I want to see your lovely face. Final few seconds. There you are. Whoo! All right. Single leg frog hops for the last time. Whoo! Let's take a pause. We didn't get a sip of water between rounds, and that's just silly. We need to hydrate. Grab a sip between every round if you like. All right, here we go. Single-legged frog hops. Coming on down. One leg up, one leg out. And ready. Jump switch. Or if you're stepping through, take it up. Take it up. Trying to get that flat foot and off to the side, not underneath your body. Doing it, guys, doing it. Both are hard. Make sure you're breathing. Boom. Get a pace in. Let's say you can do a few in a row. Go for it. Maybe you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause and breathe. Give yourself a pattern to work with. A lot of times that really helps you through, can help you concentrate, get into a rhythm, or do a count. It'll really help you. Nice work. All right, here's that home stretch. See if you can do it with me. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Last few seconds. 1, 2, 3. We can fit one more in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I lied. We can do more. Whoo! All right. Nice job. Way to do extra. Extra credit. So that means for this workout, you're getting an A++. That's for you. All right. Way to earn it, everybody. We're going for that pull in and hip up. You can have that head up, extend, out, and up. Out, in, and up. If you're resting the head down, shoulders are down too. Extend, in, and get a little swing in. Get some momentum from your legs. If that hip up is hard, to get that tailbone up. And then try to swing and then control it back down. So if you're using that momentum, taking it up and over, try to your best to control it back down, press into the floor. So you can do that same thing if your head is up, if you need to. Otherwise, keeping it more challenging, lower to the ground and right over the hips. That's the toughest one right there. Good, watch the tension in your neck and collarbone. Woo, good, hip. Thumbs can be under the bum for support if you need it. Last few seconds here. We're rocking that 60 seconds. Whoo! Go us, go us. Almost there. Yeah. Nice work. Let's flip it over. Okay, we're in that low plank position next. 10 more seconds. Breathe and reset. Use that time in between. It is for you. Recover. Here we go. Low plank, and you're either on the toes or on the knees. You're trying to reach that hip towards the ground. Let's say your hip goes maybe an inch above the ground. That's okay. See if you can feel that awesome evenness between both sides. So you can check, but don't keep your gaze down that whole time, tucking the chin under. We want to have a nice straight line down the neck through the spine there. If you're on your knees, same thing. Make sure your hips aren't up in the air. or your elbows are not under your shoulders. Reset yourself, but you don't have that dip in your hips. You have to tuck it under, use the core. Navel is headed towards the spine in that nice solid ab strength and stabilizer there. Off the knees or off the toes. Try to reach for the ground with that hip. 7 more seconds. Last time on this one, everybody. Woo, we got one more move left. Yeah. Woo, way to go. All right, let's turn the fan on. It's a great idea. She getting sweaty in here. Okay, 5 seconds, and we're gonna do those tuck jumps and sprawls. I'll try not to lose this in the process. Okay, 2 tuck jumps and 3 sprawls, excuse me. Hands up, out and in. Hands up. When you're hopping out, please make sure you're not dipping those hips down. That's gonna put strain on the low back. Also, if you're hopping out and your hips are up, see if you can get into more of a high plank position when you hop it out. Boom, boom. There you go. Back in, up, and out. Hands up, chest up. Plant those feet when you're coming up for that sprawl. All right, over halfway. If you're modifying, getting a little roll to the toes or that little jump squat, and step it out. Step it wide, hands up, chest up. Change your gaze from the floor to the wall in front of you. Good, 10 seconds. Woo, let's keep going. We're almost there. Woo, up, good, last couple. Let's keep hustling. Woo, nice job, everybody. Woo, okay, breathe, sip. Reset. Okay. For our finisher, just a couple more shorts, tugs, and we'll be done. For our finisher, we're gonna focus on 2 moves. We're gonna do 10 of each of the 2 moves. Then we're gonna do 9. Then we're gonna do 8. You get the idea. We're gonna try to walk it down to just 1 of each. So we'll see how far we get. Everybody's gonna be different. If you have a friend with you, a workout buddy, you guys can get a little healthy competition on if that's your style. Otherwise, do your own personal best. Don't worry about anybody else. So the 2 moves we're doing are push-ups and cardio burpees. So for your push-ups, you could either be in that high plank position to start and lower chest and hips, down and up together. So each one like this. If you're off your knees, just make sure that your knees aren't underneath your hips. They're pretty far back behind your hips. And then it feels like you're going forward through your hands. I know a lot of times we want to go straight down, but it's okay to go forward through your hands, especially when you feel the strength of it. You'll feel that you can lower down with control and press up with control in time. If you're not there yet, that's okay. And then for cardio burpees, you'll just go right into it. You're gonna hop it up and jump. So you're going from a high plank to hopping it in wide and jumping. So if I didn't have my mat there, I might be a little bit more narrow in my stance, but I'm still wider than my hands. If you need to modify this one, step it out, step it in, roll to the toes. If that's a little bit difficult for you still, then give me some rocket jumps right here where you reach and roll to the toes. But I really want you to try that cardio burpee if you think that you can do that. You don't have any issues that prohibits that. All right, so push-ups and cardio burpees, 10 of each, 9 of each, you get the idea. All right, I'm gonna put 3 minutes on the clock, just a little 3 minutes, and we're gonna do what we can with it. Let's start with 10. Off the knees or off the toes for your push-ups, and jumper step through those cardio burpees. Ready, everybody? Set, and here we go. So push-ups, get 10 of them in. You're either off the toes or you're off the knees. Good, count out 10 for yourself. There you go. Woo. I had a crazy upper body workout recently, so I'm going to save myself a little bit, try not to overdo it, and do some push-ups off the knees. I might be at 10. Who knows? You keep counting yourself. Once you get 10, you're doing those cardio burpees. I like a little cushion for my knees. There you go. Good. Jump through it or step through it. Once you have 10 in, you're going to 9 of each. Alternate your lead leg here. Out, out, in, Boom. And you could also, remember we said you can go in between, step it out, jump it in. Get a little in between. Maybe the out part bothers your back and you want to switch it, or you're watching out for your knees. Maybe the jump back is fine, but the step up gets you. So switch it. After you get 10, you're coming back to those push-ups right here for 9 of each. You guys already are done with your first minute. Keep it going. You're trying to go as low as possible for the numbers, that is. And let's get low in the squat and the push-up too, if you can. Good. Chest and hips lowering together and rising together. For your push-ups, you want to make sure that you're not arching and staying with those hips down. Tuck it under and come on up. There you go. You can separate those knees or feet for a little help. After you get your 9 in, you're doing your cardio burpees. Whoo! Good. Remember your middle ground if you need it. You could step it back and jump it up, or jump it back and step it up. You got options. Way to go, everybody. Way to go. Woo-hoo! Nice. Good. Get those 9 in. Then you're moving on to 8. Maybe you're already there. You're ahead of me. Do it. Do it. Whew. I know some people like to do the videos and race the coaches. Come on, beat me. You can do it. If you're one of those. All right. Good. Getting your push-up in. Nice quick transition. You can go faster than me. All right. Way to work. Full range of motion. Good, guys. 30 seconds left. See what you can do in that 30 seconds. This is it. We only had a 30-minute workout, so we got to make it count right here. Got to make it count. Nice and hustle. There we go. Woo-hoo. Good work. Getting it in. All right. Here's the home stretch. 15 seconds or less. See if you can get through one round of the exercise, or maybe halfway through, so you know your marker for next time. You can beat your own score. Last few seconds. Woo! All right. Good work, everybody. All right. Because I am chatting with you guys, I gotta say, I tried. But did I try my hardest? I'll be honest. No. I tried to remain where you could still understand me. That was my number one objective, to still give you good instruction. So, grab that sip of water. What is your main objective? Is it to be healthier? Is it to beat my numbers? Is it to focus on your breathing and increase your cardio, maybe increase your strength? Whatever it is that you're focusing on, let's come on down to a seated position, everybody. For our first one, let's go ahead and stretch those legs out in front of you and either grab those ankles and give a tug, or reach towards the toes, whatever gives you the best stretch down the back of your legs. So whatever it is that your aim is, in your workout, it really comes through in how your body is doing, the energy that you put into your workout. So if you notice when you're frustrated and you do a workout and you just kick butt at it because you're using all that energy, you can do that same thing positively, not just when you're frustrated. Or I know my mom used to always use the comparison of kind of one of her rivals. She was like, if she could do it, I could do it. Which is, that's one tactic, but I want to encourage you to believe in you, invest in you, and base it off of you. Let's do a child's pose next. So separate the knees, sit those hips back, and then take those arms out with a good reach. Palms are down, elbows are elevated, pressing the chest towards the floor. You can have your hands apart or together, whatever feels better for you. You might be tighter in different areas than someone else, so get into the stretch to where it works the best for you. One note I do have to give, though, if you are comparing yourself to yourself, it is unfair to compare yourself. Currently, maybe you are a parent or an adult, and you might be comparing yourself to your teenage self or your before kids self or before stress of work self. And that would be an unfair comparison to do to yourself, because yes, it is better to compare yourself to yourself, but when you're using comparison almost like unfairly or against yourself and it's not productive, I just want to discourage you from doing that. That can be a dangerous pit that you can fall into. Elbows under shoulders for this next one, and then relax the low body. I've been there before, and it's easy to slip. It's like banana peels. It's like we're in Mario Kart. You gotta watch out for those banana peels. Dodge them, go around them, because they'll make you spin out. They get in the way, and they are not helpful. So anytime you can avoid those kind of comparisons that are not serving you, I would encourage you to do that. Give it a little recognition. Oops, my bad, and move on. We don't need to beat ourselves up. There's plenty of things out there that will steal our joy and kind of beat us down. So we need to do our best job to lift ourselves up. And I will always encourage that and try to tell myself that. Everybody says I'm a bit of a cheery person and I don't seem like I ever have bad days. Well, we all do. We all struggle. Me too. Let's get a stretch here. Take the arm across. We definitely all struggle, but lean on your network of support. Trust yourself. Give yourself plenty of love and patience and understanding. Sometimes we don't save any for ourselves. We give it all away. So save some for you. You deserve it. And ask for help when you need it. Nothing wrong with it. I surrounded myself with lots of helpful people. So that's good for me. And I can help you better because I'm all filled up with that helpfulness, because I get plenty of help from loved ones and others. If you happen to need help with a certain topic, maybe you haven't reached out to your coach or one of us, please do. We love hearing from you and sharing and figuring out problem solving and catering to what it is that you need. We love that stuff. So you need something, hit us up, ask us, get involved. Don't be scared. All right. See you at your very next workout, you very brave soul, and have a great rest of your day. See you soon.